I mean, I think that gradually more people will jump into the webinar. So far we have participants, registrants from Europe, from America, from Africa and the Middle East. We have to deal with the different times, and this is actually one of the challenges, I guess. I just want to welcome you to this webinar. My name is Aideli Rios, and today I feel so happy to have a wonderful speaker on the other side of the screen. She's actually from India, and she has been behind Wapalita projects and all what we have been doing with this topic of women empowerment. She's actually one of our collaborators. We have global collaborators, and she has written an article for us. And now, after having this idea of sharing more valuable content to our community and to start spreading the word, right, in extendly. She was very pleasant to accept my invitation to share more about her knowledge, because she has a tremendous experience working with organizations for more than 20 years in Asia, also in the United States. She's a coach, a professional and certified coach, and a professional trainer. And I think that, well, there's so much that we can learn from you, Neeraj. I guess that this is going to be a fantastic talk where we can just interact as if we were in our meeting room, in our real meeting room. And you guys feel free to raise a question, to share any comment, or if you have any other question afterwards, feel free also to send us an email, or just to propose whatever you would like to do for future and upcoming webinars. So, Neeraj, the microphone is all yours. I just would like to welcome you, and please let us know about what we expect to have and to learn today from this wonderful topic, inspiration, inspiring confidence and courage.
Thank you so much, Aideli. Hi, Rosalia, and hi, Annie. Welcome to this webinar. Very happy to be here with you, and it's such a privilege. So before I start, I want to make sure that you people can see the screen that I have here. So I'm just going to open up the presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Just stay connected. Okay, so share, and okay, I see it over here. Okay, so can all of you see the screen, the PowerPoint presentation over here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, great. So we all are here to basically uplift our confidence and courage to the next level. And this is also the objective of this program, that every time we connect and talk to each other, we leave the whole session be more confident and be more courageous.
Okay.
And this is the slide I would like to spend a couple of minutes, that why it is so important to be confident and courageous, and where does it really matter. And as you can see from the presentation, that it helps us in our career, relationship, health, wealth, and self-image, very important. To summarize it all, I would love to mention that actually confidence and courage matters in all area of our life. And this is the program that I designed about 5 years ago when I started my executive coaching journey. And right from the beginning, this has resonated with all people. It has resonated with women in technology who are working in Fortune 500 organization. It resonated with all the founders who got funding from their investors and wanted their team to be more confident and courageous in building the business. It resonated with the CEOs of the organization, wherein they admired that, yes, this is the quality which they look forward in their leaders and admire the most. Now, I'll take a pause and I have an interesting questions. So while we are here, what are some of the benefits you believe we can have once we polish these skills of be more confident and be more courageous? And what we can do, we can use the chat bar to put across our points.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, Neeraj, I mean, now that I'm just observing, you allowed me my comment. Now that I'm just observing here, I mean, how you combine and you distribute, this is everything about balance, right? I mean, and one thing is connected with the other one. You can just pass to go backwards. You mentioned career, relationships, health, wealth, self-image, right? And confidence and courage, in my mind, I try to understand that without these two pillars, right? Without these two pillars is really tough and really difficult to achieve whatever mission or goal or target or dream might be focused in any of these aspects. I mean, if I want to develop a career, courage and confidence is important. If I want to develop a positive relationship, it doesn't matter if it's with a partner or if it's with a community, with my colleagues or whoever, I also need to deal with some kind of obstacles. And that's also makes me think about confidence. If I want to have a healthy life, I also have to have the courage, the discipline to follow a good habit, right? To follow a good routine, a fitness program or something in order to improve. So everything is like linking these two important pillars, right? I mean, it's part of the most important values or virtues that maybe every human being must have. I don't know if the other participants have any comment or question to share. Remember that we have our chat here, and you can just drop your question or your comment. But you know, based on this and this virtue of courage, the other day I was reading about Martin Seligman, the father of the positive psychology, and he just mentioned the courage is part of the most important virtues for every human being. I mean, I never realized that courage is in that level of importance in our lives, right? Maybe we can just hear it with different terminology. Maybe we have heard the word resilience or constancy or perseverance. I mean, there are some other synonyms, but I think that at the end is the same meaning, isn't it?
And there is actually a very famous quote by Aristotle who says, courage is the first virtue that makes all other virtues possible. So I would love to invite any comments from Rosalia and from Anne, if they have at this moment.
Yes, here, Karin. Hello, Karin. Kyuchi says, I find that when I add courages then I feel more confidence. When I feel confidence, I can be more courageous. They fit each other. Yes, there's a link. There's a relationship here, right? Okay. Mm-hmm.
Beautifully said, Karen. Thank you so much for sharing this. It's absolutely true, and I could resonate with where are you coming from.
Mm-hmm. You know, Neeraj, there's something that actually courage is related to with. I think that is also energy. You know, I mean, because courage is, we're talking about being authentic. We're talking about being positive. We're talking about being brave. I mean, if we have a vision in our mind, if we have our dream in our mind, we are going to resonate by being positive every day. But here, I mean, for me, it's everything related to energy, because this is actually what motivates us, what inspires us, and this is what actually we are surrounded by. We are surrounded by energy. So, do you think that maybe this term or this variable energy might be involved in the building of these two virtues?
So yes, there is a deep connection between the kind of energy you carry within you and how do you feel about that energy, whether you feel confident or whether you feel courageous about that energy. And what I would like to do is that I want to move forward to the next slide. And this is the data which is scientifically being proven that there are actually infinite benefits of building these two skills, confidence as well as courage. And some of the benefits includes that people who work in corporate and organization, they are likely to go up the ladder of success faster in their career when they show more courage and confidence. They have the ability to start their own business. People are able to take more risk in life and reap benefit. Courage also plays an important role in coming back from a setback. So when people see failures in business, failures in the sense when there is a mismatch between what you expect and what is happening, confident and courageous people are able to move forward more quickly. Also, yes, smiling more, enjoying life to the fullest is something you would see as a character of these set of people. They tend to develop more stronger, deep and loving relationship with their family, friends, and colleagues. And yes, they're also able to improve their health dramatically. Okay, while I'm talking to you, I can see we have Vino who joined us. So welcome, Vino. And very good to have you over here. And okay, we have Rhonda as well. Great. So, okay, I'm going to take a pause and I'm happy to invite any comments, any suggestion, idea, or example if you have to share. Because I've been coaching people mostly in the corporate world, wherein I've seen that people like taking coaching on feeling more confident and feeling more courageous to make some really important decision in their lives, like how to have a very graceful and confident conversation with their immediate manager when there is a performance appraisal review going on, or how to cope up with a illness or a setback that has suddenly popped up in their life out of nowhere. And these two skills are highly useful to develop and to refine to make the most out of the opportunity.
Neeraj, I have just one question. Is there any kind of common, let's say, aspect that in your experience, people have ever shared with you? What are like the most important obstacles about confidence? I mean, why sometimes people might develop confidence faster than other? Or is there something that is going to be included in our following webinars?
It's a great question, and I'm sure all of us are here to find out where we are in this confidence scale and how can we go higher and higher to make the best use of our time and the opportunities that we are surrounded by every day. And it's very surprising, ideally, that over years, when I worked with people who seem to have a very high profile, good looking, great performance looking corporate career, many times the kind of coaching we end up provided is all about dealing with stress and lack of confidence. Why? Because confidence, like a muscle, is a everyday ingredient in our life. It's like water. We drink 8 glasses of water a day, for example. We also breathe confidence in every moment of our life. It is such a precious energy.
Correct. Okay. Maybe we're talking about the way we react with all these challenges in our life. Maybe an important key to develop or to open arms to develop confidence and courage in our lives.
And actually in our program, as we will move along, we will learn what really is confidence. How can we learn to brighten up the skill in our life? What are the top tools, tricks, and techniques to be more confident when we are talking to ourselves as well as when we are living in this world outside?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
The beauty is that it's a learned skill. People can actually learn to be more confident,
Mm-hmm.
which is a great news.
Yes, exactly. So nobody's born, I mean, with this virtue. I mean, it's something that you can develop. Of course, I guess that self-awareness is also an important key here. If you are aware about the importance of developing this virtue or this strength or this skill in your life, things are going to be faster and easier once you have this self-awareness. I think this is a very important factor as well, self-awareness.
Great. So shall we move on to the next slide?
Okay.
Okay, so this is the 3C model to create success in any area of our life. And I would like to share a bit of a background to this model. This is very specific to building the skill of courage and confidence in our lives. And you are at the heart of everything, at the center of this model. And communication, the third element in this, other than the confidence and the courage, is the glue that is going to combine the skill together. I would also like to mention that we can learn confidence, and then with practice we can become better and better at it. At the same time, courage is also a learnable skill, however require a bit of a different sort of mindset to make progress in your endeavors, in your goals. And communication is an ongoing skill that really sort of bring it all together. And actually, a lot of leaders are already using this model, whether they are in corporates, whether they are in politics, whether they are in music, artists, celebrities. People are using this model to make and create success in their lives. How are they doing it? We are going to cover it in the next slide, which is sort of gives you a very clear picture of what it involves. Okay, so I will allow you a couple of seconds to sort of grasp this information, which is displayed on the screen, and then I'll begin with the one pillar at a time, and we'll cover all three of them. Okay, so I'll begin with confidence. It's a very powerful thing to wear. There is a popular fashion icon who was interviewed and asked, who do you admire, the other people in the world? And the lady says that any woman who wears confidence is my favorite woman. And this is equally applicable for men as well. People admire people who look, feel, and behave and act confidently. And what does it basically involve? There are three things: being a student, be open-minded, that this is a skill we get to learn and practice every single day. So be a student of this, I would say, virtue. Small steps is becoming a confident person or a professional or a mother shouldn't be a very hard thing. That's why we are here, so that we can do a better job for ourselves and for other people by taking small and consistent steps one at a time. And the third point is feeling better. Confidence is actually about feeling better internally, so that we are connected with our power, and we believe that we can achieve anything we set our mind to. So I would like to take a pause here and want to invite any question if anyone has, so that we can have a healthy conversation around it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I invite you once again. I mean, if you have any question, you can write them here directly in our chat. The chat, you just have to click on the below bar. There's a circle that says chat, click on it, and then you can easily write your question or your comment, whatever you want to share with us. Meanwhile, you think about that, Neeraj, I just have a comment about this, and it caught my attention that you wrote being a student. And for me, this is something that must be a must in our lives. I guess that we are here to evolve, right? I mean, we are here to find our own development, to find our own way to keep growing. So that means that we are eternal students, and that we have to be open and flexible to receive new information, to understand situations from other perspective, perhaps, maybe to be more divergent in our thinking. And that will give us the opportunity to be more creative. I guess that you are very right on what you're saying. Being a student is, I mean, I speak as a teacher. I sharing a bit about my story. I mean, I didn't decide when I was about to select my career. I didn't decide to be a teacher. I decided for another career in humanities, and then the life gave me this vision. And once I had the opportunity to teach and to train, I just discovered that that was my mission in life. And sharing and designing information, designing content and sharing, that was for me so pleasant and so meaningful, that I said, I am a teacher, but I'm also a student. I think that this is an analogy or a relationship that at least in my life has worked, and I just feel useful doing that. You mentioned feeling better, and yes, I mean, you have this vision clear in your mind. You do what you like with all passion, and you feel better. I mean, you feel good. That those positive emotions are in your spirit, are in your soul, in your heart, in your mind, and you are going to resonate in the same, with the same level. So I really like your connection of mentioning these important keywords: being a student and feel better, and of course small steps, because this is actually life, right? I mean, enjoying the micro moments of our life. I think that we have a comment here from Bino. Bino is joining us from South Africa. She says, Toastmaster gave me the opportunity to develop my communication skills. I found that communication is key to conveying our message. Well, I feel I have grown so much more, network more, and stumble on many more opportunities as a result of improved communication skills. Yes, I think that will be related to the third point, the third aspect that you're going to share, Neeraj. Thank you, Vino.
And this is absolutely wonderful, because keep working on our communication skill is a wonderful way of growing together. And we will talk about it using metaphors, using humor in our communication, how to lead our teams better, how to lead our life better. So thank you so much, Vinu, for sharing this. This is very, very helpful. And with this, I would like to move on to the next pillar of the 3C model, which is courage. And just to keep it very simple, I would say courage is something that we use when we make bigger choices in our life, the choices with bigger impact. So courage pushes us to grow more, grow better. It's a powerful act to make progress. What does it involve? It involves taking risks, absolutely. Fundamentally, courage is all about doing things we are not comfortable with. Mm-hmm. That's about taking risks. Getting along with fear, I'm using the word getting along with fear and not overcoming or keeping it aside. Fear is our friend. It stays with us, inside us, and it depends how do we collaborate with fear so that we muster the courage we need to make a progress. And the third is be okay with unknown, and you will be more prepared to reap the benefits that comes along with courage. Courage is at the heart of this entire model. And we will be covering it in detail. And we have a small video also, which we will play towards the end of our webinar, which sort of summarizes the whole concept extremely beautifully.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And do you think that, Neeraj, that the way of, better to say, the kind of thoughts that we allow to get into our mind help us to have this virtue? I mean, to really experience and live courage with more authenticity, with more passion. I mean, everything is what we allow to get in here, to settle here in our mindset, isn't it?
Yes, and to summarize it, actually courage gives us power to do things we are afraid of doing. Mm-hmm. It gives us a sense of power that we will come back. We will come back again. We will be able to create more success. So this is also a powerful element, and we'll talk about it, that how can we use it in ourselves and we inspire the outside world to be more courageous. Living in courage is actually very, very beautiful thing to do.
Yes, this just made me remember that there's a program, positive psychology program. I have a question here from Karin. Before I continue with my comment, let me just read it. Fear encourages me to be very well prepared for presentations. Sometimes we mistakenly think we are afraid when really we are excited to do something new as well. When I feel fear and excitement, I know that I want to go forward with a project. That's terrific, Karin. Thank you so much. Yes. What do you think, Nita, with this comment?
Thank you so much, Karen, for sharing it. It is actually there is an underlying technical explanation to what Karen has mentioned, and it's true that the emotions that we feel when we are fearful and when we are excited are actually same.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yes.
And yeah.
And it is our choice where we join the emotions, because if we think we are going to direct them towards fear, we will feel fear. However, if we will direct them towards excitement, we will feel the excitement.
Yep.
So Karen, the way you feel is absolutely right. It is the right feeling, and the way you have described it is very useful. It is absolutely correct.
Yes.
And the way we feel it, because the emotions are same. The foundational emotion, the chemicals, the experience that we feel in our body when we are feeling fear is actually same as we are feeling excitement.
It's true. Yes. And you know what you're saying about the unknown, right? I think that this is something that most people feel panic about. And sometimes this can block entrepreneurs, to interrupt their dreams or their plans, their business plans, because they really want you to know the whole plan in detail. And it's not like that. I mean, sometimes it's enough if you just see your forest, right? You just see the general vision about what you want. It's not necessary to see how many trees your forest has or will have, or from which shape each leaf will be, or from which color, or which animals are going to be in your forest. I mean, you just have this general vision, right? Sometimes we just block and sabotage ourselves because we expect to have every single detail of our plans, of our future, or whatever is coming, isn't it? So I think that courage is something that will help you to deal with this unknown aspect that you are sharing, Neeraj.
Right. So I would love to share one very quick tool with you if you are feeling a little bit fearful. Okay, and this is called, I'll type it here for all of you. It is called 2-second rule. Okay, what is 2 second? 2 second is breathe in and breathe out is 2-second rule. Okay, and I've actually sort of covered it in my earlier slide, where we say inhale confidence and exhale doubt. So it's a 2-second rule. If you're feeling a little bit fear during your presentation, take a pause, breathe in and breathe out. That's 2 seconds, and reconnect back with what are my next steps? What do I want to say? What do I want to ask? So it's a wonderful rule. It'll really help you in get back into your zone where you're ready to perform again.
Do you have any particular moment that you recommend to do this? I mean, just when you have this experience, or or can this be part of a routine, of a daily routine, like doing our mornings
So
or
I will give you an example. If you're in a board meeting, or if you're in a situation, somebody asks you a question and you don't know the answer. So if you take 2-second pause, you breathe in and you breathe out, and then you may say, can you repeat the question?
Good. Good.
Because it gives you the space to think back or get back onto your feet. Because for those 2 seconds, you're not under pressure to respond. So you can ask a better question. You could say, could you repeat this? You could make a request, or you could very calmly say, I will work with you later about it. So you can come up with a lot of creative ideas within this 2-second rule. We can use it in daily life. It works brilliant in professional life. It works amazing in situations we call high pressure situation. And this recalls me, there's another really good tool which we will use is smile. Smile diffuses the stress.
Yes. You know what? We have a couple of Toastmasters in our group today. And I think that this could be a good exercise. It just reminded me my days in when I had to prepare a speech, or when I was invited for an impromptu speech. And just in an impromptu speech, I mean, for the Toastmasters is someone reads the title, or reads the topic, better to say, the topic of the speech you have to prepare, and you only have, from the moment you stand up and you go to the stage, to think about what you're going to say. That's the only thing that you have. So, my colleagues Toastmaster, maybe we can just apply this strategy just to inhale and exhale, and maybe just to ask about repeating the question once again in the moment that we are just creating our outline in our mind. Thank you, Neeraj. Oh, we have another participant today, Benjamin. Hi, Benjamin. Benjamin, I guess is joining us. Hi.
Yes, hello.
Hi, Benjamin. Hi. So you
Yes,
are
how are
allowed.
you?
Very good, Benjamin. Thank you. You're allowed to mute and unmute. Okay, you can block your microphone, and if you have any question, you can use the chat, and you can type your question or your comment. Okay.
Okay, sure, no problem.
Good. So, Neeraj.
Okay, great. Hi, Benjamin. Welcome to the call. And we are in the middle of our 3 model. And the third pillar, which I would like to cover, is the communication, which is a very powerful way of connecting with people, with tools, and other things. What does it involve is presenting your craft. It's all about the way we put together things and then we present them to the outside world. We will also be covering connecting with our power. We all know we are powerful beings, and what are the ways we can connect with that power and flow with it to make sure that we are at our best in whatever we do. And the third point is about the mind, body, and the spirit alignment that helps us to be a most authentic version of ourselves, so that our communication is effective and it has an impact. Our message is taken more seriously and gracefully.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, this completes the 3C model. I'm happy to take a pause and because I understand that people have joined from various parts of the world. I'm here in Mumbai, India. Any word that you would like to have further explanation or any example, feel free to ask me and I'll be more than happy to share it with you.
Thank you, Neeraj. Would you guys like just to say from which part of the world you are joining us? Just to type that in the chat to have an idea which city you are joining us. So just for the ones who joined after the webinar started, my name is Aideli and I'm broadcasting from Esslingen, Germany. Rhonda, an American who lives in Nettetal, Germany. Hi, Rhonda. Okay. Karen, Norway, Canada, originally from Austria. Wow. We are very international today. Huh? Thank you, Karen. And living in Kirchheim, Untertech, Germany. My pleasure, Anne, to know about you again. Benjamin, Kigali, Rwanda. Wow. Rwanda. I think that I correct me, Benjamin, if this is correct. I read something in Swahili. Tutaonana hivi karibuni. Is that correct? Well, you can write me if it's correct or not. Bino from South Africa, 4th generation Indian in SA. Wow. Okay. Do we have more? Okay. So Rosalia was actually also at the beginning of our webinar. She's somewhere there. Okay, Rosalia. Okay, Rosalia, can you mention us from which city you are joining us? Hola. Tam. Okay. Okay, this is Rosalia Tam at Ludwigsburg near Stuttgart. Okay, good. Excellent. Great. And Neeraj, of course, from Mumbai, India. Neeraj, I had a comment. I mean, of course, you guys, if you have any question about the last aspect that Neeraj just shared with us, communication, or any other comment that is just coming to your minds, please feel free. But I just would like to say something about communication, and I found it like something very important to include in our development. I read the other day that creating a community around you and having this constant interaction, social interaction with a group of people from which you can receive positive feedback or positive emotions or positive feelings, where you can just have this ripple effect or this resonance, right? With who you are, what you think, what is what you're looking for. When you belong to these kind of groups and you have this social interaction, your mind actually expands. I mean, your thinking expands, your creativity expands. It's like as if your mind or your brain were also eager to have communication, interaction as part of its own success, right? So this is interesting what you are just including here, because you put it in a powerful way of connecting, right? Sometimes, I mean, it's good that we want to be introspective, right? And but it's also important to be socially interacting. A question from Anne Polman: how do I not only wear confidence on the outside but feel it? Is there a helpful trick, like the second rule for injury and courage? Sometimes you just pretend to be confident because you know you are more likable. That way you have more success, etc. So I don't know, Neeraj, if is there any comment that you might say about this?
Yes, first of all, thank you so much, and for putting it across, because it takes courage and vulnerability to let people know, asking these questions. And you're absolutely right. When we say we are your confidence, we are talking about wearing it on your skin. It's about inside. And 2-second rule is important. I will give you another tip if you would like to know that. One of the way, rather a couple of tips. One tip, if you want to be more confident, keep your voice and volume at a good pace so that people can hear you. Okay, keep your voice and your volume in a manner that you are always audible. That's an amazing tip. It works everywhere. If you are loud, you're open, your mouth is full with air, you will feel more confident.
Okay.
This is one tip. Yes. Another tip is actually, if you are in a room and surrounded by a couple of people, either family, colleagues, high stakeholder people, and you want to feel more confident, one of the tips is get up from your chair and walk. This is something many people use when they are doing the conference call across the world, whether it is audio or video call, because the tip is move your body. Get up, take a walk, breathe in, breathe out. The moment you move your body, you will have more oxygen and you will suddenly feel more confident.
Yes, absolutely. I think that once again, the analogy of energy, isn't it? Energy and being in contact with the natural resources. I think this is also part of the best way to be recharged,
Yes,
to reach your level of
absolutely.
energy, because I think as humans we can easily feel out of energy often with all the challenges that we have to deal with every day, right?
Right.
So
Right.
it's important.
Right. And I also see you said that sometimes we pretend to be confident because we know that we are more likable that way. And it is natural for people to want to come across as confident people. However, you will feel more confident when you are more authentic.
Mhm. Oh, wow. This is a good
Actually,
comment.
if you are coming from a space of being more authentic, being true to yourself, irrespective of your content, you will feel more confident because you're not coming from a space of trying to please anyone. And that is also the foundation of holding very high self-esteem about yourself.
Yes, I like that. Yes, self-esteem and self-love. I mean, who do you have to please if it's not yourself first, right?
Exactly. So hold yourself in that space of grace. And actually, it is natural to be confident unless you try to become otherwise. Anything else, you will not feel confident.
Absolutely. Yes, I like that connection, that link. You guys have any other comment or question? So we can proceed with the next slide, Nira, because I heard that you have a video as well, right?
Yes. And they can take their time. I'll play this video for a couple of minutes and then I'll pick up more questions as they come along.
Okay.
Okay, so, okay, I'll play the video first, then we'll cover the remaining one.
Thank you.
When did we start getting so scared so easily? Forgetting what it was like to stand up for what was simply the decent thing to do. When did a punchline replace the ability and strength to stand up for what was right? When did we start getting so scared so easily? Forgetting what it was like to stand up for what was simply the decent thing to do. When did a punchline replace the ability and strength to stand up for what was right? What was right? Not the kind of right that blindly attacks anything different than us, but the kind of right that adds meaning and virtue to life, adds truth to facts, and adds beauty to motion, and wisdom to knowledge. When did recoiling back into ourselves replace the inclination to step forward, to challenge compromise, and to shoot down empty one-liners? There was a time when brilliance didn't frighten us, but instead invigorated us. When innovation wasn't intimidating, instead filled us with awe. Courage isn't stupid or blind. or impetuous. Courage, it's bold, it's uncompromising, it's alive, it's who we were before we forgot. It's telling those who say different to take a hike without an ounce of care or a molecule of hate.
Oh, I like that.
It's a beautiful video. I would love to share the link with all of you offline, and it really connects that confidence and courage are very natural skills that we have, and all we need is to connect back with them.
And you know, Neeraj, when I was watching the video, something came to my mind, and it's like the most, I might say, the biggest challenge for any human being. I mean, to get courage and to develop courage, it's the society. We are blocking. Our social beliefs are the ones who are blocking our courage. In the past, there were no so blocks like today, because today it's easy for us to prejudge, and it's easy for us to share that, right? Sometimes it's we don't realize, and we prejudge, and we share that prejudgment. So the only thing that we're doing is just blocking, and we are not allowing someone else to develop courage. So this is something very interesting, how other civilizations are evolving, but in the same way, we also had to go to the regions and learn about our basic foundations, and in this case is respect, and also to allow this development toward courage. So, well, that's just something that came to my mind. I think that with all what we read and realize, right, what is occurring worldwide speaking, isn't it? I don't know, you guys, if you have any comments or question about this video or about anything what Neeraj has been shared with us so far. So, all clear? Okay. No questions so far. So
Okay,
that
great.
means that everything fine.
Right. And I would like to move on, and I would like to give you the glimpse of the program that has been laid out over 6 sessions. And
Okay.
today we talked about the 3C model, very easy to remember: confidence, courage, communication. We will keep coming back to the model to sort of bring our entire story together time and again. In the next session, we are going to talk about the drivers of confidence, courage, and communication, which basically includes where does it come from? What drives confidence in people? What drives courage in them? What drives a desire to be better communicator? And this is going to help us find out areas we need to fine-tune to become better in what we do, whether it is confidence, whether it is courage, or is it communication. So we are going to go through the building blocks of these 3 pillars.
Great.
Over the next session, we'll talk about what is confidence, and we are going to talk about the confidence inside out, which is like, how do we express our confidence? We already have. How do we build a more solid and stronger relationship with our own confidence? There are infinite tools that we can use, and we are going to talk about the top 3 tools to build the confidence, practice them over and over again, and become better at it. Also, courage is very important. We'll talk about what is real courage and what are some of the tools, rather the top 3 tools which all successful people use to make their dreams come true. So it's going to be really, really wonderful. And I would love to stay connected with you over these couple of sessions. And before I hand it over to Idly, there's one exercise which I would like to give and share with all of you, because over the next 2 weeks, it'll be great if at the end of the day you can reflect back, how confident did I feel about my day? Did I do my best? And if you could give yourself a number from a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being very high on confidence and 1 being the lowest on confidence, then we'll measure over next 2 weeks, what is your average? On an average, how confident do you feel about the way your life is progressing on a daily basis? And we will have follow-through exercises out of it. But for the time being, before the next session, it's a great exercise. Rate yourself on the confidence and the courage parameter where you are.
Fantastic. I find it super exciting, and we have to make a pause, make a break. I think that at least in a simple moment of our day, we are usually dragged by our routines, and we don't realize that we need breaks. And these breaks are important just to reorganize and rethink and about our decisions and the way we are just taking our actions. So this is fantastic. Thank you so much, Neeraj. I have here comment from Rhonda. Thank you for your insights. I have to leave now. You are super welcome, Rhonda. Thank you for being here. And actually, we are about to close in a few minutes because this has been planned for 1 hour. Rhonda, I hope that we can see you in another moment, right? And in upcoming webinars. So, Neeraj.
Right. So this is my email ID, which I have displayed on the screen. And you could reach out to me, or you could reach out to Idly for any question that might pop up after we would have closed the session. And we'll be very happy to address your query in the next, for the topic that we have covered today. And our next session is going to be after 2 weeks. Same day, same time, which is 22nd August and 17 Berlin time. And I look forward to connect with all of you all over again.
Oh, thank you so much, Neeraj, for this fantastic information. I have no words to thank your time, your knowledge, for sharing your knowledge. I think that we have a great synergy today with all our audience. Thank you, Bino, Rosalia, Karin, Rhonda, and Benjamin. I think, yes, I hope that I'm not omitting anyone. And I hope, guys, that you can follow us in the next webinar. We are going to send you a link. This webinar, it's being recorded in this moment. So we're going to send you a link if you want to have it, if you want to share it. This link will give you the opportunity to be part in this community, Goals and Success, where we are going to start uploading very valuable content for the upcoming dates, and where you can, of course, have the opportunity to share comments and well, to exchange, just exactly like the way we are just saying, to have this social interaction. Okay, so